Economy 2021 is the United Nations International Year of the Creative Economy for Sustainable Development. It is also the year declared by the African Union for the Arts, Culture, and Heritage. What that means is that this is the year going forward where COVID-19 has shown that the creative space is a space that has kept people sane for a long time and that has grown wealth also for a very long time. And if you notice, there have been the flurry of activities concerning mental health care, suicides, because of the cluster of being at home for so long. So you notice that the outlets for where people had for so long expressed themselves have always been the arts, whether visual, whether craft, whatever it is, it's always been the art. And there has always been money from the arts. And that's why governments of Sena climes invest in that creative space. So what is the creative economy? The creative economy is the new oil. Me, I'm chilling here because I love the creative economy. I love the creative space. But how do you understand what is the creative economy? You must first of all understand what is the asset within the creative space. If you do not understand it, then you can't get anywhere with the knowledge that you don't have. So what is the creative economy? Photography is part of it. Dance is part of it. Theater is part of it. Poetry is part of it. Craft is part of it. Fashion is part of it. Gospel is part of it. Tech is part of it. It's all encompassing. If you know exactly what you desire to do, and if you know exactly what you desire to do, and you understand all of the elements around it, then you begin to do what we call monetizing that asset in the creative space. So you guys are media studies, right? Now, let me give it, I do this all the time. I have a pastor here, and is my president anyway, but at the same time is a theater practitioner and artist. Aziz is my project manager. He is a civil engineer with a bias for the creative space, right? So what we do is, even if you're an engineer, if you notice now, even doctors or even architects themselves really express themselves more with visuals. Sorry, madam, with visual drawing and everything, and those are part of what they do, right? Beyond the creative or creating the designs that they desire. But again, engineers, everybody wants to express themselves from the arts or through the arts, and by doing so, some of them or most of them know how to monetize this and grow wealth from it. So it is the understanding that is key. Once you understand, you become responsible for that understanding. Then if you do not understand it, then that's a problem. So our job is for you to understand. What she will do here is to teach you, and I'm happy that she also schooled abroad. There's a way they teach you out there that you must aspire to be there. I mean, let's call it spirit. You know, see the way she did? She did a regular teacher. Not true now. So I'm not going to indict anyone, but I always use this example, and they can talk to me anyhow, I don't care. See, when you go to school in 2004, let me say you did for Uniport or UST or Unilag, right? You get into school in 2004. You graduate in 2008. You serve in 2009. You redeploy yourself to Port Harcourt again or Lagos again, where you like, to do your youth service after orientation. By 2010, you enrolled to do your master's. As you're doing your master's in 2010, you're teaching with your lecture note of 2004. You graduate in 2012. You apply again to become a PhD student. So between 2012 to 2014, you don't become PhD holder, right? Isn't it? Now, you do great because you did right. You're getting all of the knowledge, so to speak. But in terms of juxtaposing what you are here with the climate, everything happening all over the world, there's an issue Because between 2004 to 2014, you've not left UST, you've not left Uniport, you've not yet Unilab. You understand where I'm coming from? I'm not running down the academic system of our country, but the fact remains that we still have very good students that have done very well in the system. But as a system, there's need for you to aspire to challenge yourselves beyond this space. So that means you must do exceedingly well, so that even if your papa no get the cash, there's a way you do so well that scholarship comes into space. And media allows for you to research, to find these things. It's not, your phone is not just to... Sure, understand where I'm coming from? So if from 2004 to 2014, you never come up from Choba or from, what do we call this area? Umpolo. You have a problem now. Always theory, notes, every time, notes. And then if the students bring anything different from what you have given to them, there's a problem. Because you have not expressed, you've not found out to juxtapose how it's done. You know, see the way she take arrange them now. I remember when I was in LA, and Die Hard then was very popular. Bruce Willis. Yeah. So we'll also have Q&A sessions like this. Now Bruce Willis go there. And before coming, we go back to the library and pick up all the scripts of Die Hard within that period that he's coming. We look at it. They bring if it's not the director, it's him, so that we can have this kind of conversations. And the more you ask questions, because you're also reading, they're teaching you from those who practice regularly. You're also expanding yourself to ask questions where they're relevant for you to grow. But here, you're fixated with just getting a B or an A. Make it your pass. So if you're not working in church, because I always say to anyone that the media arm of the church is the arm that drives the message of the church. It's the arm that makes the church pastor or the church itself, that particular not denomination, how's it called, the church? That particular church, you know, to grow very well in terms how the charisma of the pastor and the people he has as a media team. Their job will be to project the gospel, the word of God, but at the same time show you that the pastor is the pastor and this church is the church to come to. How do they do that? Whatever the pastor says, how they stream what he says. When they pick up, the pastor go there, go do this, and you see them, they do their researches, they read and know how to come and give you the word of God on a Sunday. So the media team decides how to pick it out and then push it out and make them interesting for you to listen to him. All available social media platforms, the church is there for you to see. And at the end of the day, they now say, oh yeah, pay your tithes, pay your offering, pay whatever. Wherever you are in the world, you're doing that, isn't it? Yes. And the more they make you, even if now, if you don't go to church on a Sunday, you can just bring out your phone and just stream online. These are the kind of things that are daily, but we don't apply it to ourselves. So the creative economy is that space where once you understand it, because it is an inspiring prospect, or there are inspiring prospects there. Once you understand it, then you can begin to make money from it. But if you do not understand it, you're still going to go around in circles or still grope in the dark. They find where light